Alright, this is going to be a video about changing clutch plates in a Honda Hawk. I'm going to have to take this side part off. Looks to me like there's a bit of other things on here. Let's see, I'm probably going to have to take this off. My Kickstarter. Getting to all these bolts. I have to unscrew this and this. Well, guess I better get to it. I also have to replace the oil plug that I had in the oil filler hole on this Yamaha. There we go. So I'll take this thing that's okay. That's nice. And it's got an oil ring on it, so that came in here. There's the oil ring, so that comes in this little package. And this should be the oil plug. Yep, this has got the right threads on it that the other one didn't have. I guess I'll oil up this little oil ring a little bit. That goes around the plug. Alrighty. Probably going to be pretty oil by the end of the day. Messing with all the oil on the other bike. Got a lot to take off on that other one. I need to drain the oil out of that other bike. First thing. Oil plug's probably underneath of it. Alright, so now I got me another plug in there now. Well, let's go get back on this other bike. I'm cutting this milk jug out to drain the oil in it. I've already cut it part of the way. I'm just going to cut it the rest and use that as the oil drain. Bought me some new oil. It's down here in the bag. I tried looking inside the book for where the oil filter goes, and there wasn't a damn thing in there. I tried looking at oil filter. Then I looked for a filter. There wasn't nothing in there in the whole damn book about where the oil filter goes. And I see that there's a little oil ring and a oil gasket there. I'll figure it out as I go, I guess. Tear the damn whole bike up trying to figure out where it goes. Well, so far I got the oil plug out of it and draining the oil. Right here is where the oil filter goes, and I stripped out the bolt that was on it. It was already partially stripped anyways, so trying to get it out, I stripped it the rest of the way. I can't find no vice grips to get it off. So I guess every time you work on something, something has to go wrong. So that's my first step, and that's just taking the first few bolts out. ain't even started on the engine yet. So I'm just going to leave the oil filter that's in there till I can figure out how to take that bolt out of there. By the way, that's it right there. This is what the filter looks like. It goes on the inside of the engine. And I got the clutch plates soaking in oil. And that oil was black. That's the oil that's in it. Get it over here in the sunlight just in case you can't see it too good. So that's the oil in it. So it definitely needed new oil in it. It's probably why the clutch plates went out on it. Probably having such shitty oil in it. Okay, now you unscrew this piece out of here. Alright. This piece comes around here and it drops down. Alright. So you got that piece out. You make that loose so that you can come down here. And you make this loose. This right here comes around the back. There we go. And then you got that loose, because that's going to have to come off, I do believe, to take this piece off. Well, I'm going to get to work on them bolts a little bit. These are size 8 millimeter. I'm going to have to just take these off before I do any video. I don't really need to, so you don't need to watch me take all them out, but that's what I gotta do. There's some down below. Okay, I took the case off. This is the inside. Let's see right here. Well, right here pushes where the clutch plate is, and seems to be alright. I had to take out these 4. There's some springs underneath, and the clutch comes off, and then I take the clutch plates out. These look like these would be pretty easy to get to. Well, let me get onto that part. Well, there's the clutch. There's the clutch plates. Now I gotta just take these clutch plates out of here one by one. And then there's also these other pieces of metal between them. So I'll take them out in sequence here. Probably ought to, that's one smaller one. That's probably the outer one. So that's the one on the bottom there. Down under here. There's a smaller piece there, and then there's bigger ones here. So I think that's how that goes. One small one, and the rest are big. But I gotta take each of these metal pieces out. Yep, I'm right. There's the thicker clutch plate. What I'll do is, as I'm putting the pieces back in, is on the sequence that I'm taking them out now, I'll take them out of the bucket. Alright. just pull them all out like this. Yeah, they feel like they're all stuck together, so that's probably what the problem was. And then there's that piece. So I believe it's first clutch plate. So I throw this one off to the side. Clutch plate. Then a metal piece. I don't know, maybe I should wipe these off first. Yeah. That's probably why they're sticking. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off and wipe these off. And go on. Okay, I put all the clutch plates back on. And there's this particular type of nut here. And I did not have a tool that works on this, so I kind of took my little screwdriver and used a hammer on it and just hit it sideways. And how that goes on there, first this goes in. Oops. Because it's got to line up with the teeth on the inside. This right here, see, it's got all the teeth, and it's got all these grooves, and those grooves has got to go in it. You just keep shaking it till it goes all the way in. There you go. It's all the way in there. And this piece fell out. Let me oil it up with some new oil. There's this piece. It goes right in here, and then you got this piece. Let me put some new oil on it. And screw it down to hold the clutch down so it doesn't slide out. Then I'm going to have to hammer that back in. So I got all the clutches done and put in there. Now I just need to reassemble this whole thing back together. By the way, I had to take the muffler off this piece, and because there was two bolts right down here that were needing to come out for me to use this. I'm gonna have to take this gasket off here. I probably didn't need to, but I got a new one, so I might as well change it out. Got to scrape that off there. Okay, and then I'll have to put all these little springs back on there with the little centerpiece. Okay, I'll get on that. Oh, I had to take the foot peg off too, because the foot peg was blocking the bottom bolts down there. Well, got that piece on there, and I've scraped all the gasket off, and there's the new gasket in the package. So all I need to do is tighten that down, put all the little screws that I've got here in sequence, ready to put back in there, all in these little parts. There was so much crap in the way. My foot peg was here, muffler was hanging right here. These right here, those would be easy to put back on. Well, let's get to it. Well, I got the panel back on there. Now all I gotta do is put the foot peg and the kickstart on. I put 2 quarts of oil in it already. the muffler's back on. Muffler wasn't on there too good. It's going to probably wear out between here and there. If you can look, it's all shit anyways. Doesn't matter, the back part is just for sound, to keep the sound down. Okay, I got everything together and I'm sitting on the bike. I adjusted the cables. You kind of want to get it a little bit tight down here, and then you just kind of play with it up here afterwards. So here's it starting. Here's me pushing the clutch in. Alright, this is letting go. Alright, that right there shows you that it's grabbing. I can't do the gas and the clutch at the same time because I got the camera in my hand. But when I release it, it lets you know that it's taking off. So I changed the clutch plates and now it's running. I'm getting ready to ride it to the bike shop to see if they can get that bolt out where the oil filter, because I don't have the tools to take that stripped bolt out of the casing, so I can change the oil filter. And they'll just change that bolt out of it. Then I can change that oil filter later, but I just need a bolt that I can get in and out of there. Either that or I'm going to have a badly clogged up oil filter over and over. But it's got new oil in it. The engine sounds a lot better than it did too. It must have been running like shit with that bad oil in it. Alright, that's my video of changing the clutch plates. I know you didn't get to see a whole lot of the work because I just didn't have the camera time to be leaving it on for you guys to be watching me taking bolts in and out, but it gives you an idea how it works.